Hello, and welcome to another episode of 5 Minutes with Freed. I'm your host, Michael Freed. I'm a litigation partner in the matrimonial and family law firm of Berkman, Bacher, Newman, and Shine, with offices in New York City and Westchester. Today, my special guest is Bryan Kotliar. He's an attorney with the firm of Togut, Segal Segal. Bryan, welcome to 5 Minutes with Freed.
Thanks for having me, Michael.
So, Bryan, tell me what your firm does and what are your duties in the firm.
Sure. So I'm counsel at Togut, Segal Segal, a restructuring boutique. I joined the firm in May of last year. Before that, I practiced at other large international law firms based in the New York office, where my practice focused on complex corporate restructurings, out-of-court workouts, and Chapter 11 proceedings. My practice typically focuses on usually large multinational companies and contested Chapter 11 cases, but I've also worked on smaller cases as well. My firm in particular was founded by Albert Togut more than 40 years ago. He is a large presence in the restructuring space and very well known. And my firm in particular has worked on many large household name corporate bankruptcy cases, such as General Motors and Chrysler, McClatchy Newspapers, Sun Edison, to name a few. And currently we're serving as the lead Chapter 11 counsel for the employment vehicle of Greensill Capital, which was a large financial firm collapse that occurred earlier this year.
So, Bryan, you know I'm a matrimonial and family law attorney, and at what point would my clients most often need your services?
Sure. So it's never too early to seek restructuring advice. And the earlier someone or firm seeks restructuring advice, the more options they'll have when and if they actually do need to go through a restructuring process later on. And preserving optionality is key to maximizing value, which is always the goal in a Chapter 11 case. And in particular for individuals and for corporations and businesses, maximizing optionality is key to shareholders and owners retaining their interest and maintaining control throughout that process. So while it's always a difficult conversation to have with individuals and companies about the potential need for restructuring, the earlier they have that talk with us, the more likely we can see what options they have in the future.
So, Bryan, what would be the best way for another professional or prospective client to contact you?
Sure. My wife is going to kill me when she sees this part of the video. She often kicks me in the leg when she hears me say this, but I am always available by text, phone call, or email. So you can text or call me at my cell phone, which is 516-410-1361. And if you write in the text message or in the email, 5 minutes with Freed, then you get a free pass. I will call you back immediately in the odd case that I haven't picked up the call.
Now that's incentive. There you go.
And my email address is bkotliar, BKOTLIAR, @teamtogut.com.
That's great. So, Bryan, we've come to the most important part of the show. This is the question of the week. So your question is as follows. You are given a superpower in which you've been bestowed superior knowledge in one profession for a year. What profession would you choose and why?
Wow, that's a tough question. I'm a very curious person, so it's hard for me to pick one because I like to learn a little bit about everything, and having the chance to learn everything about something would be great. If I had to pick based on my current hobbies, I would say probably cooking or being a chef, because I often put together my own recipes and then I write them down on a piece of paper and it gets lost or dirty as I'm cooking. It's incredibly unsafe. But if I could skip that process and just cook without having to look down, that would be great. And if I'm thinking practically, it would probably be child psychology. If someone listening, watching this segment, can explain to me how to get a 1-year-old girl who doesn't want to eat any food, how to eat at least one piece of food once per day, that would be amazing.
I was never able to do that when my kids were that young. So, Bryan, you've said it all. You are restructuring individuals' lives and companies' lives one day at a time. And I want to thank you for being a great guest on 5 Minutes with Freed.
Thank you, Michael.